What's up guys, I'm Pedebeats, and in this video we're going to make an insane hard beat from scratch. I'm going to prove to y'all that it's really easy, everyone can do that, and that you just need a little bit of experience, so let's get into it. So the first thing that you need to do is to find a sound that is kinda different and something that is going to stand out, because in this way you're going to make a unique and different beat. Otherwise you're going to make the same beat over and over, and we don't want that. Sometimes to find those kind of sounds I like to use the labs or use the wick collection from Arturia. They are really good for this, but I want to search for a pad from my Nova one-shot kit. They are not static, they are always changing, and I love that. Yeah, something like this is different, you know. Let's do something like this with the envelope, and I like to select the mode stretch for these changing pads, because otherwise the tempo will be messed up. Let's go for 165. Yeah. And now we just need to create a chord progression. You just need to play around with this one semitone change. If we move this note up to A, we're going to have a really hard progression. But I want to make something a little bit more fast. Yeah, I like that. Now you will find this progression in a lot of beats, because that's the easiest way to create tension, but I like to add some top notes to make it sound a little bit different. Yeah, I like that. I haven't said that, but for this type of beats, I suggest you to start with C sharp, D sharp, or maybe sometimes B. They are really dark scales, so they're perfect to create this type of vibes. And the most important thing in these beats is processing. In fact, by adding a lot of effects, we're going to obtain some strange sounds that are perfect for this. Let's start with an EQ. Then I have a stereo shaper with the steroize 3 preset to make the sound of it more wide. I want to add another EQ to kinda lower these high frequencies. Now for effects, you can choose from a lot of different plugins. For example, sometimes I like to use the fruity chorus. Let's try to add also flanger. And here is where the magic happens, so I'm just going to add portal on this, because you can really find some unique stuff. Ooh. Now we just need to render this, and to do that I'm just going to render 9 bars, because portal can mess up the start time of the samples. Yeah, as you can see, we just need to bring this further like this. And now let's try to pitch this down. Ooh. That's fire. Now when you have a texture like that, you can follow this trick to have a little bit more variation. So I like to make this unique, and then we can stretch it. We need to pitch this up like 24 semitones. Yeah. You can make a fade out at the end. And now we can add some delay on this. Yeah. Maybe some reverb to push it in the background. Okay, I love that, but we added our pad, and now we need some low end on this sample. In this type of beats, I suggest you to add some bass notes. Sometimes I like also to use FL keys, but here in my Nova one-shot kit we have these one-shot piano bass notes that I really love. So it's in F, so we need to right click here. Yeah, it's crazy. All these melodies are linked to a melody bus, where I have an EQ to cut the low end, and you need to do that because later we are going to add the 808 and it's going to use all these frequencies here, and you don't want them to clash between each other. Now I want to try to bring back the first pad. Let's remove these top notes. Yeah, that's good. Right now on this beat we are missing a counter melody and some accents to have some variation for the beat. As I always say, in this type of beats, violin is always going to sound crazy. I have some violin phrases here in my Celestial Phrases kit. By the way guys, all these kits are from the Nebula Multi Kit, so if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. This one is interesting, man. And right now this is creating a call and response effect between this texture and this violin. This is creating a lot more bounce. We need to add some reverb on this. And we can pen this on the left. And maybe pen the pad on the right. Ooh. As I said before, we need a counter melody with a sound that is going to blend perfectly with this. And I really have an idea. I like to use this key 12. And here we just need to create something bouncy that is going to work well with the main melody. Yeah, something like this. Okay, now we have no elements for this beat. So now I'm just going to mix it a little bit. You can pen this on the right. And I like to mix my melodies at around 12 dB. But before arranging it, I just want to add a bass on this because we are going to need it for the intro. I'm just going to deactivate this piano because I want to follow a different progression. I like to use this crazy 4. And if in the intro you're going to follow a more melodic and different progression, then the drop is going to hit harder. So we can start with the root note. Whoa. Can add some slides on this. Okay, now we can split by channel and arrange this. So I want to start with the main melody, of course, and the bass, as I said. Yeah, the drop is going to be crazy. Then we can bring back the counter melody. And here we can chill a bit. This is the verse. Try to pitch this down. Okay, now it's time for the drums. So we can start with a clap. This snare is fire, so let's use it as a clap. And let's create some variation at the end like this. For these beats I really like to use these really sharp hi-hats. And yeah, all the drums are from the Cosmic Drum Kit, as you can see. Now in these beats, if you have a really simple melody, I suggest you to add a lot of rolls and go really crazy for the drums, but in this case the melodies are really crowded, so I just want to add some rolls. Yeah. Now we can click Alt-R to randomize the pen and the velocity. Let's find a hat. This one is fire, but I like to remove the heat at the start. Now I want to add a snare on this. And here it's really easy to overcomplicate it, so we just need to add some hits. Maybe at the end of the second bar can work. Ooh. And here we can make a crazy roll. I like to use 1/3 step for rolls. Yeah. Okay. Now at the end here I use the triplets, so I want to use the triplets also for the hi-hats and maybe also with the 808. Yeah. And now it's time for the 808. It is really important in this type of beats. 90% of the time you want to use the spins. And make sure to activate the cut itself, otherwise the 808 notes will clash between each other. Here we can make a roll. And here at the end, as I said, I want to use triplets. So if you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make the hardest beats for Sexy Red.